end on the old bike's been sagging a little bit, and so I bought some progressive springs I'm going to put on it. I bought this bike brand new in 1988. I went ahead and put it on the kickstand and jacked up this side here where I got the weight off the tire. And I'm not going to rebuild my forks or nothing. I'm just going to pull those springs out and put the new ones in, and it said I had to have a 4-inch spacer. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Meanwhile, I rode this bike to Denver, Colorado a couple years ago, following Route 66. So if you want to watch that, see that, you can go to Dangerous Hicks, what was it, Cross Country Ride of Death. You'll see that on, if you do a search, you'll see that and see my blog. We had a real good time, my brother and I. Okay, so first thing I want to do is take one of these plugs out and we'll see what's in there. Okay, I pulled the cap off, no problem, and then this is the spacer that come out of there. Now, which is a pretty long spacer. It looks like 12 inches. I'll measure it here in a minute. Now, it might be a couple more springs in there, so I'll have to get me a little coat hanger and try to find it. Now, as far as the spacer goes, I might have to cut it off for my new springs, which I didn't show you. I showed you the box, but didn't show you the springs. And sun's kind of bright. Okay, the other day I took a coat hanger and tried to fish that spring out, and so I went back and got my magnet, and what happened to that thing? And I fished out the washer that set down into the spring like that, and I don't know why I couldn't hook it. I should have been able to hook it with my hook, but I couldn't. So let's see if we can pull this out. Okay, there's our spring. Of course, I can't pull it out and hold the camera at the same time, so. Okay, here's the original spring, the original spacer, my new spring, and I've cut some PVC. 4 inches. For my bike, it says 4 inches. And we'll try to put it in there. They also said put the tight coils down at the bottom. I also read it really doesn't matter. Now, on this one, actually the top coils was up toward the top. But now I'll just slide this in here and we'll put a spacer in there and put the cap on. Okay, slid my spacer in. And now ready to put the cap on. And we'll be all set. Okay, I pulled it back out because my washer really doesn't fit right in the spring properly. So I'm going to push it in there and then lower the spring back in. Okay, tighten it back down. And now we'll go to work on this side. Okay, slide that out. I'm going to try using a hook this time. Let's see. There it went. I don't know why I couldn't do that the other day. So a hook does work. I thought maybe it was a flat washer in there. My oil looks a little dirty. I probably ought to be changing it. And we'll screw this out because it's pulling oil up. This fork's a little lean more than the other one. There we go. That's how it come out. Tight bends up here. I didn't think it would, I didn't want to take my whole forks apart and everything. I didn't think it would be that bad, but the oil is kind of dirty. You can see like particles, so it's probably going to mess up a seal on me, and I'll probably have to end up doing that anyway. What we'll do on this one is push this in there real good first. There we go. Then we drop it in. and the spacer. Comes about a 1/4 inch taller than the top of my triple tree. It's got a little O-ring on the on my plug. I'm going to shoot a little white grease. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it needs to be lubed. I guess I could have used some of that oil that was on the fork, too, you know, the forks. And then just push in there and make sure you don't cross thread it. So apply pressure and turn it till you hit some teeth. There we go, got it. And then tighten her down. Like I said, I took this bike, I bought it brand new. It's the first year Honda ever made a Softail, in 1988. And 2 years ago I took it to Denver, Colorado from here. Me and my brother drove 10,000 miles. And we took some neat pictures and things and met a lot of really nice people on the way. What was it called? Dangerous Hicks Cross Country Ride of Death. So if you want to look at the pictures and some more videos there of our ride, it's real cool. We went through, we followed Route 66 some of the ways. Okay. I don't know what the torque spec is on this, but you don't want, I'm sure you don't want to tighten it too tight. It's got fine threads. Now we'll see what it looks like. Well, it didn't drop much at all in the front. From when I put the load of springs in it. Now, before, when I held the brake and backed up, it would go up 4 inches. Now I got about 1 inch of play. It's got my front end back up where it's supposed to be, and I have a feeling I won't be bottoming out on those potholes. Where I hit one in Kansas City coming through there one time, and man, I thought I was going to die on that. Well, anyway, that's how it's done. Okay, I was getting ready to put this on and edit, but I want to explain the reason I didn't rebuild my forks. As you can see, the seals look good. This is a little cracked, but this is just a dust seal, but they don't leak. There's no oil leaking, so that's why I chose to do it this way. Now, if it was leaking, I would have took it all apart and we'd have a different video, and that might still happen.